What is up, guys? Captain Foley with you yet again for another hangout. This is a Q&A, and thank you for joining me. Assuming you're here. I mean, 14 people have hit like already, which is awesome. But if you haven't hit like, if you're one of those that hasn't yet, hit that like button, guys. All right. I know I'm starting a minute or two early, but that's okay. So Samuel did a live earlier. I had other things going on, even though I was there for like the first half of it. Um, so it went really well. I mean, you guys have been asking for Commander Q&A videos for a while, and you finally got one. So you guys did a great job with that. So thank you for tuning into that. And gotta say, when I wasn't a part of it, I was kind of jelly. God damn, keep hitting the tripod. So anyway, I thought I'd do one tonight. Just a general Q&A. If you guys don't want to do trivia, I don't care. We will be doing one, of course, on Thursday, which will be a first reaction to episode 2 of season 2 of Lower Decks. So tune in for that one. And I don't know if I'll do one on Friday. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. This is an odd one for sure, but I kind of missed out on the live, and yeah. Hold on, I gotta turn this back on. The power went out the other day here. While I was streaming VR, and so yeah, some of the accessories are off in the house that I haven't reset yet. So anyway, Peter says it's a warm night in Ontario. Hope you'll have cold drinks at the ready. It is a warm night here. That is true, and I do have a cold drink ready. So thank you, Peter. It's a warm night in Texas too, but there's a fresh batch of iced coffee. Sorry, the red hour had just ended. Praise Landrew, everyone. Pours a glass of Tranya. Tranya, I hope you relish it as much as I. So, Bill Alvern, are you guys going to any conventions this year? Funny you should ask. Sylvia apparently wants to go to the London, England convention in November. I don't know if that's going to be a thing that's going to happen. And ironically, today I got an email from a gentleman who was part of Denver Comic Con back in the day when we got invited, the first year we got invited there, and 2016 or something like that. And apparently there is no more Denver Comic Con. It was bought by Fan Expo. That being said, there's a huge Fan Expo in Toronto every year. This year it's in October 22nd to 24th. And I got an email today saying, would I, this is to me, be interested in going and doing a panel in Toronto for this Fan Expo. And I'm like, that's surprising. Sure. It would probably be one of our regular ones that we do when there's a convention or whatever. We usually have Samuel Skype in and then do a live presentation that way. So I haven't emailed him back yet, but I want to find out the details, find out if I'll be getting, passes to the convention and, a hotel room to put us up for the night, because, likely Sylvia will go with me. But I'm not sure the details exactly. It's only Toronto. It's only like an hour and a half drive. Like, I wouldn't need necessarily a hotel, but I also don't want to, drive home after that and then drive back the next day. So I'm going to email him and talk about some of the details of that, and then we'll see, because I don't know. It might be that Trekyards will be at Fan Expo in Toronto this year, which is kind of exciting, actually. I've been to one Fan Expo and it was super busy, and that was 9 years ago, maybe more. Shatner was there, Adam West was there. It was just kind of crazy. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to be doing a panel at Fan Expo. Those always give me the jitters. I always get nervous before those, and every time, I hate the build up to it, the anticipation of it, the build up, the stage fright, if you will. Then I get on stage, and it's nerve wracking for like a minute or two, and then all of a sudden you get in this groove, and it's fantastically great. And then when it's over, you're like, it's over. I could do another hour of this. I want to do another one. Every time. So I'm still reluctant to say yes, but I don't know. If anybody's in Toronto or goes to Fan Expo in Toronto, let me know. Is there something you want to see? We run into Trekyards. Also, are we getting a booth? They supplied us with a really great booth when we went to Denver. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I was chatting along with you guys earlier. Mr. Raven Productions. Cap, question 1. What is your favorite animated Star Trek uniform? Favorite animated Star Trek uniform? Probably the ones from Lower Decks. The ones from the animated series. I hate the way that the delta is like sideways and just stupid. What is your favorite TIE fighter? I would need a list of them in front of me, but I would say probably the TIE Interceptor. That's the one I like to use in squadrons when I play. So I'll go with the TIE Interceptor. And 3, favorite Sherlock Holmes movie. Favorite Sherlock movie. Movie-wise, there's so many great ones. Not the Robert Downey Jr. ones. Robert Downey Jr. makes a god-awful Sherlock Holmes. He is not Sherlock Holmes. Not even close to being Sherlock Holmes. And Jeremy Brett didn't really do movies, per se. They were longer episodes, but as far as a movie goes, probably Without a Clue, honestly. Ben Kingsley and Michael Caine. It's a comedic one. It's a kind of a parody, but it's really, really funny and really good, and such great talent in it. So I would probably say that one is my favorite Sherlock Holmes big budget kind of movie. Again, I would need a list of them, and I have a bunch of them downstairs, of course, but also The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother with Gene Wilder is pretty great, but again, more of a parody kind of movie. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Cryptic says, I would play Star Trek Online, but I'm suspended on PSN for very stupid reasons. Are the stupid reasons your fault, though? Did you do something stupid, or is it just like Facebook jail where it just, yeah. First Federation Sphere or Borg Cube? First Federation Sphere. Jadok Production says, I'm feeling inspired. I've decided to model a Federation shuttlecraft. Yes, I already saw some of it. It's really good. If you go to Denver, I'll make that drive. Well, I won't be in Denver. I'll be going to the one in Toronto. I might be going to Denver, though. I have a good friend of mine, Cliff Simmons, who lives in Denver, and also known as the Quarantine Bartender on YouTube. Check him out, the Quarantine Bartender. He's also known as Dick Jones. So if I go visit him, I mean, Squadron Course, I can let you know. Squadron Course, nice. And you talk to Sam about getting a model of my Mirror Universe dropship made. That'd be cool. Ozzy, where is your Romulan ale? Blue whiskey. Don't have any, man. Saurian brandy. Loud Mime says, Cap, will you go to Mission Chicago next April next year? Yes. Like you said, that is in April. It's in Chicago. It's about a 6-hour drive. I definitely want to go to that. I'm excited for that one. And yeah, that is definitely on the to-do list. So assuming that there's no severe breakouts down your way, or even here, or the border's fine, or we can get across fine, and it's essential travel. There's a whole bunch of bullshit to just driving down to the States right now, which I hate. So I don't know. Squadron course $2 first. Did you like the uniform from my Mirror Universe Trill? Mirror Universe Trill. Is that the art piece thing you sent me? I don't remember the uniform specifically, but I probably did like it. But yes, you are the first super chat, so thank you so much. Guys, hit that like button. 31 likes, 38 viewers here, which is awesome. But 32 likes. Hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. If you can super chat, please feel free. Samuel was getting like $50 super chats to change uniforms, to change costumes. And I do have a new uniform that I'm eager to show off, but I don't know if I want to do it here or in a fan film. Because I don't know. We'll see. It's also downstairs. We have to go all the way downstairs, which would be a pain in the ass for you guys. Since I'm doing this on my phone, I can't really broadcast something like to kill the time like Samuel was when he was getting changed. So I don't know. Border wrecked. Wolf in the Fold. I don't know what you're asking. It's a good episode though. Young Sherlock Holmes was good, if I recall correctly. Yes, that's another good big budget one. And the guy that plays Holmes in that looks a lot like Samuel. I swear to God, he could like pass for Samuel. Can't remember the actor's name, but yeah, Young Sherlock Holmes is a fantastic one, and it was the first movie to use CGI, like a CGI character, because there's a knight that basically is a stained glass window of a knight, and then it comes to life, and got the stained glass knight. Yeah, stop! She's alive. Yes, because they're pouring like hot whatever it is on her. Yeah, Young Sherlock Holmes is a fantastic movie. Actually, yeah, that's one of the ones I should have said for a good live action Sherlock Holmes movie and big budget. And it's not a comedy, it's not a parody, it's a legit movie, but it's a young Sherlock Holmes, so it's not a Sherlock Holmes. So there is that. So, but yeah, perfect. Matt Boardman, when are you coming to LA? Whenever you buy me a ticket, Matt, I'll be there with bells on. Bells on my little cat ears. Ding, 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 ding. Board, are you okay, Cat, with the cop? And yes, yeah, it's a thing that happens occasionally, especially in the summer, because I like to have the odd little like cigar thing. And yeah, when I stop, literally within a week or two, it's gone. But I'm fine. As I cough. Squadron course. I'm looking into buying a motorhome. We'll be able to travel and meet people if I do. That's awesome. Cryptic says, so who likes Khan as Sherlock Holmes? Benedict Cumberbatch. He's actually good as Holmes. I'm not the biggest fan of the series. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. The best one they did was The Mysterious Bride, which was actually set in Victorian times, as Sherlock Holmes fucking should be. The modern take on Holmes is okay. Fantastic casting in that. I just wish that the seasons weren't 5 or 6 years apart. That's not how you do a show. just saying. Just saying. That being said, for better modern day Sherlock Holmes, I would go with Johnny Lee Miller from Elementary. I think Elementary is more of just a procedural cop show, which is pretty run of the mill. However, Johnny Lee Miller as Holmes is fantastic. I would love to see a Johnny Lee Miller Victorian Holmes. I think that would be amazing. And get Lucy Liu the fuck out of there. Just stop making Watson a woman. just stop. It's happened so many times. You don't need to do that. So Elementary is great to watch. I love Johnny Lee Miller as Holmes. But I prefer the style and the stories, I guess, from Sherlock better. But Benedict Cumberbatch does a good job. I just really think that a more Holmesian Holmes for me would be Johnny Lee Miller. That being said, the best Holmes ever is Jeremy Brett. You cannot argue with me. I will fight you to the death. Jedi Productions. I'm so glad I can enjoy you today for your Q&A. I'm sorry for missing the trivia stuff. Work and shit. Trekyards forever. No worries, my friend. No one's obligated to be here, so thank you. Captain Ron Phillips. Any news on your friend's Gojira class build? Oh. He's he was struggling with the hangar bay that he was going to put in it because he wanted to have a little lit hangar bay and some really cool little ships and stuff in there in the lighting, but he's having a real problem with that. So he's probably going to ditch the hangar bay idea. Fingers crossed for Wonderfest of next year that ship will finally be finished. It's been a long work in progress, and I'll let him know that you asked him about it because he gets very excited about that when people remember and things. So yes, it is still a thing. It's looking great. He's getting the lighting in it. It's coming together nicely. However, it's very slow because of his work schedule and just he doesn't have a place to really work on it per se. So it is a bit of a struggle for him, but it is a project that's ongoing and will hopefully be done soon. Captain Casey Stewart. Question: TMP Warp Core or Voyager Warp Core look? Well, they kind of have the same effect inside. Honestly, I like the one from the motion picture. So, Defiant Mr. Raven Productions. Question 4: Did you see the Enola Holmes movie? Yes, I thought it was great. What's her name? Bobby Joe Brown was fantastic in it. And Henry Cavill as Sherlock Holmes. Come on now, that's awesome. That was good. You wouldn't, when I first heard he was Sherlock Holmes, I'm like, huh? But no, he did a pretty good job. I really enjoyed Enola Holmes, not necessarily for the Enola part of it, but for the just being back in the Holmes Victorian world. That being said, I also watched Irregulars on Netflix, which actually was kind of great. I saw the trailer for Irregulars and I was like, that's awful. I'm not watching that. Decided to watch it one night and it's pretty good. So some weird twists. He also goes on to say, question 5: How are the pugs? I only have one and it's sleeping behind you. Listen. See? And she's fine. Question 6: Any new favorite droids? Don't know if you mean figure wise. I just played Vader Immortal chapters 1, 2, and 3 again the other night in VR. Did the complete run, and the droid that's in that is great. I love her. I think she's fantastic. I can't remember her fucking name to save my life, but she's awesome. She's your sidekick in the game, and it's she's fantastic. I forgot how good she was. That being said, there's also the Jedi Fallen Order or whatever the game was with little BD1, the little bird-like one, which I also find fantastically cool. Love him. My buddy Paul has been 3D printing parts for me to build a life-size one, so one that can like sit on your. It's pretty big actually. It's bigger than you'd anticipate. 'Cause most of it kind of goes on your back, but yeah. So BD1 and the droid from Vader Immortal. I cannot remember her name, but she's hilarious as a great character. She's got no legs. She got no legs, like Lieutenant Dan. But she floats, and it's cool. Cannot remember her name though. Squadron Course. No worries on the uniform. Sent it with the bikini pic if that helps jar your memory. Yeah, I remember that, but I can't remember the uniform. I remember the bikini pic, like vividly. However, I remember commenting that it was cool because I thought that the uniform looked good. I didn't say, "Oh, you need to make a change here" or whatever. I thought it was great, so I think it was good. So there you go. Yeah, stop. She's alive. Ozzy, did you Larry Hagman, aka Junior Ewing, playing Sherlock Holmes too? Yes, I saw Larry Hagman as Holmes. I mean, Roger Moore has been Holmes. Leonard Nimoy has been Holmes. Peter Cushing has been Holmes. Christopher Plummer has been Holmes. There's been so many Holmes. Roger Moore has been Sherlock Holmes. there's been a lot of great Holmeses, some not so great, but they were all the ones I just listed are better than Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is just playing an eccentric Robert Downey Jr. and or Tony Stark in his Sherlock Holmes movies, and they're apparently making another one of those. Hashtag not happy. I do not like his interpretation of Holmes. He does not make a good Sherlock Holmes. I love Robert Downey Jr. I absolutely love the guy. I think he's fantastic. And I was excited to hear he was playing Holmes. He does. Hi, Blappy. The Blaposphere is here. I was just talking about Michael and his Gojira a minute ago because somebody asked how the Gojira is coming along. People are remembering. But good to see you, Blappy. But no, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about now. Oh, yeah, Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes, just no good. No bueno. Question, Star Trek Romulans, Next Generation Romulans, or Picard Romulans? I actually kind of like the Picard Romulans because there's a mix of the TOS style with just the regular Vulcan appearance and also the ridged forehead look, which they're Northerners, but I like that. I think that's a good explanation. So I gotta say Picard. Fleet Paw Swiftback, $5. YouTube gave me an ad for a dating app. Is it trying to tell me something? Get me laid? Ever heard of the Hakuna app? I'm scared now. Hakuna Matata. We'll get Fleet Paw laid. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. Cryptic. In the Enterprise Incidents box says that Romulans were now using Klingon designs. When I first saw this, I couldn't help but think, damn, these bitches really ran out of money. Which bitches? The studio or the Romulans? I mean, the only reason they did that was because the Romulan bird of prey that they made for Balance of Terror got damaged. It got just actually, I think it went missing. No one knows where the actual model went. So they didn't have time to build a new one, so they just used the D7s. So, Fleet Paw, I know the best Sherlock Holmes is Spiner playing Data playing Holmes. Or the dog from Wishbone. The Wishbone one was pretty good, actually. I had the little Wishbone. Okay, back when I was married to my ex-wife, I had the little Wishbone dog, the Sherlock dog with the hat and the cape, and or not the cape, but the Sherlock Holmes costume. I had that damn thing. I loved it. Did I get it back after the divorce? No. She kept it like she kept everything else of mine. All my fucking swords and everything. So, yeah, I like the Wishbone. Moving on. Captain Ron Phillips. Cool. Can't wait to see the Gojira get done, and fingers crossed for Wonderfest. Amen, brother. Borderect. The D7 is such a better design than the TLS bird. What? I love the original TOS Bird of Prey design. You're going to have to watch my Eagle Moss review this Thursday because I look at the one from Picard, the antique or the vintage Bird of Prey that was in that, and it's a great model. It's actually up there right now. And I got another one up here. This is the Franklin Mint TOS pewter Romulan ship there, and then the D7 right there. So Matt says, Kirstie Alley or Robin Curtis? Kirstie Alley, 1,000%, for so many different reasons. Not that Robin Curtis isn't a good Saavik. She absolutely is. But she's... I just wish we wouldn't have had to change the actress playing the character, unfortunately. I just see them as two different characters. So, but yeah, Kirstie Alley, if I had to look at one, yes. Not saying that Robin Curtis is ugly, but she's just not my cup of tea, you know? Cryptic says, if YouTube ever gives you an ad for dating, here's some advice on what to do. Don't let them pair you. Don't let them catfish you. Don't let them do anything that takes you off your own bed. Because while you're there, you can masturbate. I had that last part. Captain Casey Stewart says Robin Curtis. Cryptic says, because while you were there, you can make a difference. Sorry, mine's better. Defiant says, love the droid from 6. Oh, love the droid from 6. I don't know what you mean by that. Clarify. The one in Solo, I liked her too, actually. Can't remember her name or her designation. Fleet Paw. They're both good. Rami Bird of Prey looks great with the bird on the bottom. D7 is just a venerable design. Takes a hit and keeps coming back for more. No, what you meant to say was takes a fucking and keeps on trucking. James McGill, $2. Is the Babylon 5 series worth watching? Yes, 1,000% yes. Yes, watch Babylon 5. It's worth it. Defiant Mr. Productions. Leonard Nimoy has been Holmes. Yes, he has. Look it up. Google it. Leonard Nimoy was Holmes. Trying to remember the production now. I think it was a movie. Maybe it was on Broadway. I don't know. But yes, Leonard Nimoy was Holmes. The Blaposphere, that's Blappy. He says, hi, Stuart, love you. I love you too, buddy. Power 543. Who would win the USS Victor, or USS Horizon, or a Galaxy class, and why? The USS Horizon, clearly, because it's overpowered and newer technology, probably a lot more maneuverable. It's got a ton more nacelles, which is always important for some reason. And because you made it, man. The Horizon for the win. That'd be an interesting battle, actually. It's got a lot newer, more advanced tech than the Galaxy, so that's one of the reasons I would say. Real answer. Yes, that's the real answer. Squadra Course. Should someone make a dating app for Trekkies? Someone should make a dating app for Trekkies. They call it Horgon. Yes. You've got a Jamaharan. Oh my god, I can't even say it. Jamaharan match or something. Yeah. The Lapisphere Enterprise producers using TOS designs. Nobody will remember that. Yes. Cryptic. Sherlock should investigate what happened to the Romulan ship. Which version of Sherlock, though? Planty is here. Have you played any of the Sherlock Holmes games like Crime and Punishment? They're rather chill, story-driven, mini semi-puzzle games. I have played just a couple. Yeah, I've got a few of the board games in the other room. Well, some are not specifically board games. There's one called Consulting Detective where it's like a binder, and you read the clues. You have to find out where you're going to go on the map of London. You select it. You then flip through to that page or that part of the book to read what happens there. Those were some of my favorites because they came with like maps and little things that were like from the world. As for the games, like the video games, I have two of them, The Awakening and something else down for the PlayStation, or not the PlayStation, the Xbox 360. And I think I have one or two computer games. I've never really played them. I never really enjoyed them. I do have a old like 16-bit Sherlock game as well, which was for the computer, but it's in the other room. I also have a Phantom of the Opera game too. The hell's that one called? The answer is yes. I've played quite a few. I've also got a lot of the Sherlock Holmes like puzzle books and things like that. So, Fleet Paw. Bird of Prey D7, regarding that, I was trying to be professional because one of us has to be. I'll just sip on my bevy. Ron Phillips says, do you like Christopher Lee as Holmes? I do. I prefer Christopher Lee as like Henry Baskerville, though. Or was he Stapleton? I can't remember. He doesn't make the best Holmes, in my opinion. He's not bad. He's got the look for it, but I think Peter Cushing does a better Holmes, kind of the same era. So Christopher Lee, I don't know. There's just something about him. He's all right. He's all right as Holmes. Squadron course. It's pretty incredible that TOS gives us three main ships, the Connie, D7, and Warbird, that are so iconic. Well, yes, thank Mr. Matt Jeffries for those. I think Matt Jeffries did the Romulan Bird of Prey, or Warbird. I think so. I know he did the D7 and the Connie, so. That's the pub. Patrick says, huh, so he played Holmes in a short movie. Leonard Nimoy, yeah, what the fuck was it? It's not Sherlock Holmes in New York, because that's Roger Moore. I didn't kind of brush up on my Holmes stuff because I didn't expect to necessarily be talking about it. But it's Q&A. Ask me anything you want, guys. I love this, that we're talking about Holmes. I think this is great. Should have really done this from the library where I could just look at the bookshelf. Cryptic, the captain be feeling like he has COVID, and if so, I'm putting a mask on just in case he spreads it through my screen. I don't have COVID, and I've got my double vax, so I'm fine. James McGill, gotta go. Keep up the good work, Captain. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you, James. Mr. Captain 93, what happened to Moriarty program after the Enterprise D was destroyed? Well, it probably wasn't still on the ship. They probably left it at a memory alpha or like a starbase. Not gonna keep it in storage in somebody's locker on the ship. So, who knows? Who knows? The best version of Sherlock Holmes, or the one that isn't Tony Stark. Are you asking me? Because the best version of Sherlock Holmes is Jeremy Brett, without a doubt, 1000%, hands down. Or are you saying that Robert Downey Jr. is the best version of Holmes? I don't know what you're saying with that comment. Jaddock Productions, if you could sit down with any actor from Star Trek universe and pick their brains on anything over a few drinks, who would it be? Currently that's still alive, you mean? And any actor from Star Trek universe. Let's see. It's a fantastic question. Honestly, probably Jonathan Frakes. Jonathan Frakes, probably. He seems the most cognizant and understanding of the universe. There's some that I would definitely not want to sit down with. I would love to sit down with Shatner if he would actually talk about Star Trek, but considering he basically hates Star Trek, I don't want to do that. So, trying to think if there's anybody else. Robert Duncan McNeil would be cool. That's Tom Paris for everybody out there that doesn't habla comprende. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with my answer there. Fleet regarding Horizon versus Galaxy, the Horizon hit the Galaxy with a photon. Galaxy loses antimatter containment, explodes, and takes the Horizon with it. Amen, brother. Amen. The Galaxy class was notoriously a glass cannon, as we saw in Cause and Effect, and as we saw in like the episode where they take it to the Gamma Quadrant, and one Dominion bug ship takes it out with one kamikaze run. You don't fuck with the nacelles on that ship, man. Once you get the field containment issue, you're screwed. The Blaposphere just popped in to say, hey, we got to hang out again soon. Have a great night, Captain, and everyone else. Thank you, Blappy. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And sorry I didn't join you and your friend the other night. I thought about it and then completely forgot about it until the next day. So, Board Wrecked Consulting Detective was awesome. Old time game. Yeah, I had the original one. I have the Mansion Murder Mysteries. I have all the supplements to it. There's 3 of them: the Hyde Park Affair, the Mansion Murders. this stuff used to be ingrained in my head, but I haven't focused on Sherlock Holmes in a long time, and I think Trekyards has kind of ruined my head. 'Cause it's all like in Star Trek gear all the time. Um, what's the other one? There's another one. There's another supplement, but anyway. Peace and love, says Blappy. Curtis says, "Do you remember the cartoon Inspector Gadget?" Da 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 da. Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Yes, of course I did. Used to watch it all the time. Matt Boardman, pug snores or human snores? Those are pug snores for the win. Captain Casey Stewart. Captain, only from the movie. Only from that movie would you Captain Wrath of Khan refit or Star Trek 6? Enterprise A. So it's the Star Trek 2 Enterprise or the Star Trek 6 Enterprise? Star Trek 2 Enterprise. I like the bridge on the 6, but I also love the bridge on the it's 2 and it's Star Trek 2. Richard, good evening, Captain. Do you think in real life we will achieve warp by 2063? If not, when will, what is your prediction? 2063. It's a distinct possibility. I don't have a prediction. This is a Blappy question. He's, in this space and stuff like that. So I honestly don't know. I would like to, though. I hope that we do. I mean, you know what I mean. Defiant says, question 7, what do you have a favorite theater play? A theater play. I mean, that's pretty broad. I don't know what you mean specifically. Don't know what you mean by that. Question 8. Do they have Yankee Candles in Canada? Yes, we have one at White Oaks Mall, just a couple blocks that way. Question 9. Got a favorite episode of Fall Guy? Nope. I haven't really watched much Fall Guy in a long time. I kind of watched an episode or two last year, the end of last year kind of thing. Kind of fell into that Fall Guy rabbit hole a little bit. I love the theme song though, but I missed the Fall Guy. It's good. It's a good show, but I don't have a favorite episode. I couldn't name you any episode, honestly. Cryptic. When you asked me which Sherlock should solve the Romulan mystery. Oh, okay. What did you say again? Oh, the best version, Tony Stark. There you go. John Delancey would be cool to talk to. Yeah, but I don't think he would know a lot about Star Trek. I hate the fact that he said when somebody asked him, oh, so you when you get back on with Patrick Stewart and them, you're like must be like old times, like best friends. He's like, I was on set for like a few days in a week, a few times. It's not like we had time to buddy around. Like stupid question answers like that. Like, no, I don't want to talk to him. I'm sure he'd be interesting to talk to, but not about Star Trek. Samuel says, night, buddy, have fun. Thank you, Samuel. You have fun as well. Thank you for doing your live earlier. I'm sure a lot of people really appreciated it. And if you did, hit like on this video to show them that show Samuel that you like me even more. Ozzy, Basil Rathbone, who's the original Holmes back in my day. Basil Rathbone, oversaturated Holmes, and he ended up hating the character. He actually, one of his quotes is, the only thing I can't figure out is the same. The only problem I have is the same problem Conan Doyle had to be rid of the man, because Conan Doyle hated his own creation after a while. Rathbone paid him so much that he also kind of hated him. I like the radio plays that Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce do. I love those. But then you get into the stupid black and white movies where it's Sherlock Holmes during World War II, like trying to get the secret weapon and all this shit, and it's like Sherlock Holmes in Washington. It's just they're watchable, but it's like that first step in modernizing Holmes, and I hated it. And knowing that Basil Rathbone grew to despise the character really bothers me. You can kind of tell like the later on ones that he was just not really into it, and it kind of bugs me. So Squadron Course. If I didn't have to be an actor, my pick would be John Eves. What does that say about me? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I would rather talk to a lot of the backstage people. Like I've talked to John Eves. I've sat down with Rick and talked to Doug on a well, it used to be on a pretty regular basis. I haven't talked to him in a while, but those are the interesting folks because they see all the aspects. They got to meet the actors and hear a lot of the stories and be on sets for them, and they're more involved with the special effects or how a thing was done or why a thing was done than the actors who are like, "What I did what?" you know. Defiant says for me it'd be Riker, Paris, Saru, Tilly, Archer, Pike, and Spock. I mean, of course, I'd want to talk to Doug Jones. I think that would be great. He's a fantastic, amazing man. I met him once, and he was like the most gracious man ever. So, yeah, I would love to sit down with him. Tilly, of course, Mary Wiseman for the win. Archer, Scott Bakula. I mean, yeah, I'd like to talk to him about his run on Quantum Leap. I would. There's a lot of questions I'd have for him. Pike, I assume you mean Anson Mount. And yeah, I mean, I did talk to Anson Mount for a little bit in Birmingham, and he was fantastic. Um, Again, not really into Trek per se, and also not really used to the Trek environment, acting like actor environment. At least he wasn't back then. Um, we even saw evidence of that in 2019 when he was on stage in Vegas. Like he didn't understand why the fans were asking certain questions, and they were very routine fan questions. He just didn't. I don't think he got his head wrapped around the gestalt that is Star Trek. Like he's going to get there because now he's the lead in a series, so his life is basically set for life as far as conventions and making money goes. So I'm sure he'll clue in, but yeah. And Spock, Ethan Peck. I mean, yes, another great guy. I haven't met him personally. Samuel has, and I think he's just he would be great to talk to as well. Captain Ron Phillips, how goes the 350 refit model? Any progress? It is it's my white whale, that thing. It's gonna curse me and haunt me till the day I die. I want to finish it, but I don't want to finish it at the same time. It's just one of those things. Um, Fleetpot, I'd say Nimoy or Frakes. Both were good actors and directors and seemed like good, genuine guys to toss a few beers back with. I don't know. I've seen For the Love of Spock. I've seen a lot of interviews with Nimoy, and yeah, I guess he'd be interesting to talk to, but something about him, I don't know. I don't know. He wouldn't be on my list. Don't know why. Squadron Course, Trekyards, all Trek all the time, pretty much. Tim Rose, Nimoy played Holmes in an educational short film, The Interior Motive. Jaddock Productions, do your best Robert O'Reilly impression. Who the hell's Robert O'Reilly? Name sounds familiar, but I can't think who that is right now. Gotta be out. Shore leave is over. Good night and thanks. Oh, thank you very much, Board Rect. I don't know what your name is, but thank you. Mr. Captain 93, TOS nacelles or refit nacelles? Refit nacelles. Curtis, Captain, did you hear on the Enterprise refit? Captain, did I hear right on the Enterprise refit is the same model from all Trek movies 1 through 6? They just repainted the model. Yes. Yes, they had to repaint it, and with different lighting effects and stuff, it went from like that beautiful pearlescent white to a gray. It's a shame. Michael says, greetings, fellow Terrans. Good evening, Michael Conrad. Good to see you. He says, rest in peace, Marky Post. You will be missed deeply. Yes, Marky Post from Night Court. Yes, very sad. Very sad. Jetta Productions. This may sound bad, but war is a good catalyst for tech growth. So for us to reach for the stars and break the light speed barrier, we need another war to spur us on. You're absolutely right. Necessity is the mother of invention, and war definitely brings out those technological advances that we need so much. Michael says, I assume we're all Terrans here. Well, I would assume so too. However, there's probably some undercover aliens that we just don't know about. Fleetpaw says there are at least one Klingon here and probably a few Romulans. Ooh. And General Grievous and me. Yeah, whatever you are. I don't know what the hell it was. What the hell was General Grievous? I don't know. Mr. Captain 93, did you and Samuel have a fight? Why the separate streams? Yes, we're fighting. We're arguing. He's in the basement and I'm upstairs. No, just I couldn't make it for the full stream at 5 o'clock. So I just said, we should do one this week, like one every day this week. So if you can think of one to do on your own, that if I can make it, I will. If I can't, I won't. But you can still do one on your own. That'd be great. And he said, what about a commander's Q&A? And I'm like, great, because a lot of people ask quite often, does Samuel ever do videos by himself or do Q&As? And I'm like, not really. So I said, do that. And he did that. I was there for the first little bit in the chat, but then I had to go. So that's why. And then there were so many great questions that you guys were asking Samuel, and everybody was fucking super chatting, like amazingly. And I'm like, I'm getting kind of jealous. I want to answer these questions, and I'm typing away. And by the time he reads it, because the chat gets too far ahead, by the time he reads it, it's like, he doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about or whatever. It's just like, oh, it's frustrating. I just want to be there just to answer these questions. So I thought I'd just do one on my own. And speaking of, I've got like $8 in super chats, where at this point, literally within the first half an hour, he was up, well over $100. And I'm like, hey, what? You guys just don't like me, and that's fine. It's fine. I'm glad you're here and you're watching me and listening to me, but you definitely don't want to show super chat love. I mean, unless I'm drinking and getting drunk, which I'm not doing, because then you'll pay for shots and stuff. But anyway, and I don't want to do the costume changes because I don't have anything for you guys to look at necessarily while I'm changing. So $50, and I'll change my uniform. It's like, I see who you guys like. I understand. I know. It's fine. It's clear. It's pretty obvious. Analytics don't lie. So it's fine. And a cybernetic whizbag. Or wheezebag. General Grievous, that's cybernetic Jedi Slayer to you. Avenue Pad, I really need to get that 21st and 22nd century Enterprise by Eagle Moss that's sitting on the captain's shelf. The what? The CVX or the CX XVC, I don't know. The 330. It's great. The ring ship is great. Defiant says, honestly, I'm just glad to have a show set on the Great Eagle. Honestly, I'm just glad to have a show set on the Great Eagle. Are you drunk again? Defiant. Stern Von Alk, James Doohan, such an interesting life story. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't counting people that were dead, though, in my thing. Definitely, I would love to talk to him. DeForest Kelly, absolutely. Yeah. Defiant, can you imagine seeing the Fall Guy guest star on TNG? Haha, that would have been so cool. It would have been. Gowron, Trekyards, Crazy Eyes. Indeed. I see Scout Guy Stewart. My knockoff Lego Enterprise kits from Wish came in this week, and holy shit, the small one is a total pain in the ass. I know I did it live, and it was, and it is, and use crazy glue. It's a lot better now. But for the price, they're pretty great, actually. Can't really complain too much. Chaddock Productions. It's late over here, so forgive you for over there. So I'll forgive you for not remembering who Robert O'Reilly is, Garon. Oh, well, you spelled O'Reilly wrong. That's why I didn't know. It's O apostrophe R E-I-L-L-Y. So if you would have spelled it right, I might have got it. But, and it's not late over here. It's only 10:48 p.m., so it's not late. Ozzy, you know Pack is the great-great-grandson of Gregory Peck. Yes, I do. General Grievous, you shall pay for those words. Feedback, cough, cough, prepare for your doom. Curtis, thank you for your question. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. No problem. Robert O'Reilly, there you go. That's how it's spelt. Thank you, Ozzy. Rambling Rattlesnake, use Samuel B. Roberts on station. USS Samuel B. Roberts on station and ready for battle. T. Louise Allen, who recently got a mystery box from us. Nimoy did In Search Of and a few other docs. Yes, I do have some of the In Search Of stuff. I got his one In Search of Jack the Ripper on VHS. It's got a few other little things in that same episode, but I'm a huge Jack the Ripper fan. Not fan, but I don't know what the hell you want to call it. So yeah, absolutely. Ozzy, Marky Post was on the Fall Guy in the original A-Team series as Faceman's girlfriend in season 1 and 2. Indeed she was. Jedi Productions. Stuart, if I had money, I'd be sending it to you. I'm trying to save for a new car. Well, save for a new car, man. Matt Boardman, $10. We love you, Stuart. I'll believe you. I'll believe you. Thousands wouldn't, but I will. Thank you so much. Ronald Anderson. Charlie Robinson also died. He played the court clerk. Oh, yeah, Mac. The judge, Harry, he died like years ago, a long time ago. Avenue Pad, yeah, I just registered my car and got new wireless earbuds. 400 in one day. I'm spent. That's a lot, actually, yeah. Squadron Course, $2. We like you, Stuart. T. Louise Allen, read faster. Getting there. Squadron Course, I just don't have a lot of cash. That's understandable. General Grievous, $2. Admit it, I'm your favorite general. Sure. 94 GT Coupe just dropped into hit light. Carry on, gentlemen. He does that all the time. Sturm von Alk, $5. Will you produce a TOS style Trekyards badge for TOS uniforms? It's the same one as our standard one. I just have to get it made into a patch, I guess, that can be sewn on, but yes. Ronald Anderson, sorry, I meant Charles Robinson. He played the court clerk on Night Court. He also passed away. The movie people, the question is this. Given that God is infinite and the universe is also infinite, would you like a toasted tea cake? The pug is snoring. Sure, toasted tea cake. Yes, please. What is VHS? VHS is amazing. Aussie. Curtis says Marky Post was also on Buck Rogers' TV series. Yeah, she was in quite a few things, actually. T. Louise Allen, love the box. Thank you very much. Best surprise ever. Love you guys. Be glad I found you. Oh, so glad I found you. Only wish it had been sooner. Yeah, sorry it took so long to get that box out to you too, by the way. By the way, if you haven't seen what's in the box, you can check it out on the Captain Foley personal channel. It's an exclusive video over there. Go check it out. It's a What's in the Box. It's the second mystery box we've done. We're going to be doing another one probably near the end of the year, maybe around Christmas time. And we'll see what goes in that one. But if you want to see what goes in these boxes and what could possibly be in the next box, go check out that video on the Captain Foley personal channel. Ozzy says, Matt Boardman, remember skeleton hands. Captain Ron Phillips, $2. Captain Foley forever. General Grievous, $2. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Flesh and plastic. It's fantastic. Avenue Pad, $5. Screw it. Here's a $5 cap. Had to show some love for my favorite captain. Aw, thank you, man. You guys are awesome. Now I feel loved. Matt Boardman, I've got some stuff that I need to send you for that box. Yes. You also have some stuff you need to send me for me, if I recall correctly. And not just physically send me. There's some digital. I'm just kidding, man. Puggins. I'm live, my friend. Stop snoring. Wesley Moss, $5. Showing my favorite captain some love. Oh, thank you, Wesley. Curtis says, I thought the captain was letting gas, but it was the pug snoring. Yes, of course it is. Curtis, I'm not gonna do that loud, that consistently. Let's just no. Trust me, if I let one rip, you'll know. It'd be like you'll hear that shit. Fleet Paw. My bird of prey is overhead with torpedoes armed. Matt Bourbon says, yes, I do. Haha. See, I'm catching up to the chat now. Fleet Paw says, and disruptors trained on your heart. Oof. Matt Boardman, do you have any ideas for a fan film that we'd like to see happen? For featuring Captain Foley? No, I don't. I need to think about that, but there are smarter, more creative people than me that could probably come up with a good story. I actually have a really good story because I was part of the 7th Fleet, which is like a role-playing thing, and Captain Foley was a thing, and he came from the past into the future, and there's a whole thing around that, and then there's a whole shitload that happens to him, but it's a little bit... I mean, Jaddock Productions, if he's still here, he might remember it. There was a whole thing with the development of the Foley class, and then something happens with Captain Foley, and there's a Mirror Universe crossover thing, and there's an evil Commander Cocking. It was actually pretty good, but I have it all written down. It's just all kind of out of order because I saved all the... It was fun to do the role play thing, but I don't know. I'd have to think about that, Matt. General Grievous, hopefully your gunners are sober enough to aim straight. Yeah, he gives them synthahol blood wine. They don't know it, though. Wesley Moss, well, I thought I was being unique. With what? Scrolling back to see what Wesley Moss thought he was unique about. And I can't see it. What do you mean, Wesley? I'm sorry, you are unique. Jaddock Productions, I was given an awesome birthday gift from a friend of mine down here. He gave me 5 Eagle Moss Star Trek ships. They are friggin' awesome. That is cool, man. Fleet Paw, even drunk, my gunners could outshoot your droids any day of the week. God, Fleet Paw and General Grievous, just chill it. Curtis Simpkins. I'm just giving a hard cap. I think you mean a hard time. Yes, Matt Boardman. Just in general, I would love to help it come to pass. I know, man. I know. I really got to come down and visit with you. I think we could have a good creative session, talking about things, having some drinks, whatever. Yeah, gotta come visit you, man. Richard says, if a stormtrooper fires and misses hitting a red shirt, does he still die? Yes, and the universe would implode. Jaddock Productions, Stuart, my brother, I'm always here for you. Thank you, General. Thank you, and thank you. Wesley Moss, I said the same thing as the older super chat. Okay, I don't know which super chat you're referring to. Sorry, I feel stupid. General Grievous, $2. Snipe, Fleet Paw, Swiftback, $2. Sorry, boss. We don't have to start sniping yet. It's only been an hour. Maybe I'll wrap it up. If you guys want me to, I can leave. I can stop right now if you really want to. We have 76 likes. Can I get 80? Can I get 4 more likes? That'd be awesome. I mean, just giving you a hard time, Cap, this damn keyboard. And Troy says, what do you say about Star Wars Trek crossovers? Would rather see them together or separate? Separate. 1000% separate. Do not ever put them together. That's just stupid. Ozzy, General, watch for Badgie and his skeleton hands. Squadron Chorus, my book is too long for a fan film. What would you think about an audio book or radio drama, though? Yeah, that'd be awesome. Samuel and myself want to do a Trekyards, in-universe Trekyards motion comic, where he animates the CG stuff. We have an artist that can do some really good renders of us that we can have like some kind of movement on a little bit and kind of go between different comic book frames and stuff. That'd be kind of neat. But that's been a project that we've had in our minds for a long time, since like near the beginning of the channel, which will be 7 years in October this year. Damn. So yeah, I mean, audiobooks are a good alternative, or an audio drama is a good alternative. So Max World Entertainment, I'm not talking to you, Max World. It says greetings programs. That's what Blappy says that all the time. My buddy Blappy, greetings programs. Yeah, Max World Entertainment. I failed to see. I still have not seen a Captain Foley interview. You go through the commander first. I see how it is. I understand. I mean, it's fine. You know, I think the heart and soul of the channel, the personality that everybody likes, I think it's me and the pug. It's the technical side, the editing and the CG work, and that's Samuel. Like, that's a different monster. But the heart and soul, the passion, what makes this channel unique, is Captain Foley. And yet no interview was said Captain Foley. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I had the YouTube channel first, and Samuel found me. But hey, you know, I see how it is. It's all good. You know, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. It's fine. SC Scout Guy, Stuart, can a starship still go to warp with a single nacelle destroyed like they do in the games like Star Trek Legacy? Yes. I would think so, in a majority of the cases, yes. But the pairs rule. There's ways to get around the pairs rule, first of all. Pairs rule is also bullshit to begin with, but whatever. But no, there's different ways that it could be done. And that's why dreadnoughts are also a good idea, having a third nacelle on hot standby as to complete that pairs rule. If you really want to be an asshole and say that the pairs rule has to be a thing, so you lose a nacelle, you still got another one. You still got a hot standby one. I mean, we could do a video specifically on how ships can go to warp with one nacelle, and we've actually kind of done that when we did our the Starship Design Rules with Andrew Probert. He's very a stickler for the rules. I'm not, and we could try to come up with other reasons why those rules might not apply, especially with like ships like the Saladin class, the one nacelled scout ships, the dreadnoughts, the ships like the Defiant that obviously don't have line of sight, you know, shit like that. But he just was having nothing of it. Technology advances, dude. I can understand a pairs rule in like the NX era, sure, fine. You need that, fine. But moving on, more advanced, you shrink the warp coils down from big warp coils per nacelle to 2 rows of smaller ones. So you got 2 rows of warp nacelles, hence a pair in one nacelle. When they're firing up together and you have both nacelles, those 2 strips in each side are acting like one big warp core or warp rings. But then if you lose a nacelle, you just change the mode, create 2 in the one nacelle, and you have a warp field creating nacelle, albeit a slower one, and it can't do a good symmetrical or perfectly shaped warp bubble around your ship, so you can't go as fast. But still, there's ways to get around this shit. Think, man, think. Maxwell Entertainment, LOL, Captain Foley, love you, Captain. I'll believe that when I see it. Jadek Productions, if you want to brainstorm with me about your idea for an animated fanfic, let me know. I'm here for you. Yes, thank you, sir. Stern Von Alk, Trey is working up the chain of command. Maxwell Entertainment, that's great. Fleet Paw, 7 years. Wow, hard to believe. I've been with you for almost 4 years now. Crazy. It is crazy, man. And you've really stepped up, Fleet Paw. Tyler, you do a fantastic job both here and on Facebook, with even multiple groups that aren't Trekyards. Like I have other groups as well, and Tyler is just always on point. So he deserves a raise of some sort, for sure. But yeah, General Grievous. I have an idea. Maybe an old Admiral Foley overseeing the start of construction of the Enterprise C at Utopia Planitia. That'd be great. I love ambassador classes. However, Captain Foley, who was in the TOS era, gets pulled through a temporal anomaly to the future, and his ship gets destroyed in the process. It's a whole thing. I meet up with Samuel, who's a commander, and then I can't get into the whole plot. I'll give it away, but there's some kind of temporal link to me and then Samuel as a result that we have to work together, create our own ship, seek out some, not strange new worlds, new civilizations, but seek out some anomalies ourselves because of the link that's linked to us, and set the universe to rights. And I'm in the future. So there you go. Anyway, moving on. Maxwell Entertainment. Hope everyone is having a wonderful night tonight. I am. Are you? I think it was Utopia Grievous or San Francisco Fleet Yards. Give me a sec. I'll let you know. Curtis Simpkins. Captain, you're welcome to come over to my live stream, my friend. You're welcome anytime. Thank you, Curtis. Fleetbot confirms it's Utopia Planitia. Thomas Adkins, if you were to design a starbase or deep space station, what would you make? If I was to design a starbase or deep space station, what would I make? I would make a starbase or a deep space station. Moving on. I don't know. I never really thought about designing a starbase before. That's an interesting thought experiment. Maybe Project TriStar. Matt, maybe Project TriStar needs its own construction facility as well. Yeah, that might be too much. Troy Llewellyn, Captain, have you all seen the fan films by the Atomic Network, like Star Trek Renegades? If so, did you like any of these films? By the Atomic Network, like Star Trek Renegades. Yeah, I've seen Star Trek Renegades, all of them, and then what it turned into. And yes, I liked them just fine. But, T. Louise Allen, do all the saucers have warp capability? No. None of them do. Except for the Prometheus, which has 2 little pop-out warp nacelles. Even the Galaxy class, it can separate at warp, and the saucer has a warp sustainer. It can sustain like low warp 1, warp 2 for a little while, but it'll eventually drop out of warp. So it can separate at warp and stay at warp for a while with the warp sustainer, but it can't jump to warp. So no. Squadron course. Well, there's a static field, primary warp coil, and a dynamic field nacelle. So the real question is, can one nacelle still generate a dynamic field? I'd think yes. Sorry, dynamic equals propulsive. Yes. I'm sure they could figure out the tech to make it possible to go to warp, even low warp with 1 warp nacelle, should the need arise. Jedic Productions. If you do something like that, please Give it the Deadpool flavor with you breaking the fourth wall. You guys see that? Pretty cool, eh? Hey, Commander. How's it going? Avenue Pad. I remember watching your Star Trek TV movie reviews before Trekyards even started. I think I'm remembering that correctly. You absolutely are. Yeah. Trek, like the channel has been around longer than 7 years. The channel's probably been around 9, 10 years. But then Samuel found me and hence created Trekyards Macworld Entertainment. So without Captain Foley, there would be no Trekyards. And yet Samuel's the first one you have on your show. I understand it's completely fine. And he does fan films and CG and stuff, and he does a good job. Not better. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to be on your show. It's fine. It's good. No, it's good. General Grievous, $2. Does the Foley class have a spiral phaser lance? Not yet. No, it doesn't. Matt Boardman, ooh, I could get on board with it having its own construction place. Dude, let's get the ship done first. Project TriStar, and it's in a solar system with, like, instead of a twin pulsar, it's got like a tri-pulsar star system. Does that even exist? I don't know. But anyway. Hezrez, hey y'all. Just catching the end, probably. Well, we're just over an hour, so there's probably a little bit left to go still. So 88 likes, though, with 50 people here. That is amazing, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I'd like to get another 12 likes. Let's get to 100 likes. I did math. Esoteric videos. Hey, Captain, check PayPal. Well, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to hit my email, and I'm going to open up the email, and it'll say, look, you got money. No, that's the wrong one. That's from the other day. But there it is. All right. Donation received. Wow. Seriously? Wow. That is amazing. All right. Can I read this? I guess I have permission to. I don't know. $125 Canadian. Thank you. Wow. Hey, Captain, how's it going? It's been a couple of months. Have you or Sam gotten around to reading my Orville script? And if so, what do you think? I actually started reading it the other night, but I only got like 4 or 5 pages into it, and then something came up. But yeah, I really like the way it started with them watching old classic TV, Sanford and Son. Is this racist? I mean, I thought it was great. So I'm looking forward to finish reading it. So yes, and thank you so much for the the PayPal. That is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That goes into a separate account. That's for our equipment. That's for our trips. That's what the PayPal is for. The super chats go towards, like, end of the month living expenses. That and the YouTube and Google revenue. So thank you so much. That is amazing. And yes, I do want to finish reading your script. I love the Orville. Not really a fan of reading script format personally, but I really liked what I read with yours so far, and I'm looking forward to finishing it. So absolutely. And you don't have to bribe us by sending us some money to read your script. We are just excited to do it when we have a chance. And I keep forgetting about it. There's times where I'm bored shitless that I feel like reading your script and I just forget. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Wow. Wow, esoteric videos. Damn, that's awesome. Richard, not restricted to Star Trek. What is your favorite name for a space or starship? Mine is the Righteous Indignation for the cartoon Captain Bucky O'Hare. What is your favorite name for a star or a space or starship? I don't know. Some pop to mind instantly. Like, that would be great for a ship like Endeavor, or the what the hell is it? Just on my tongue? God damn it! The Endeavor, the Intrepid's a good one. Intrepid's a good one. The Valiant. I love the Valiant. I always thought the Valiant was a good name for a ship. Foley. Okay. Um, Valiant. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. The Majestic. The Majestic's always been a name that stands out to me as a great epic ship name. But yeah, that's a good question. Esoteric Videos. I have a question with the donation. Yeah, I read it. Oh, I'm just behind in the chat. Sorry. SC Scout Guy, Stuart, what would you think of a Star Trek show that was based on a different non-Federation race, like a show about the Cardassians or Romulans? I've said this before. I don't know if I'd necessarily be interested, depending on how it plays out. If it's about specifically like their Starfleet equivalents of the fleet, I'd be interested probably. But if it's just kind of like a day on the life of Romulus, I don't know if I'd be interested. I don't know. I kind of said that before. I don't think I'd necessarily want to watch a Romulan-based show. But I don't know. It depends how it's done, how it's structured, who's starring in it, who's writing it, who's directing it, and if Alex Dickhead's name is attached to it. So... FleetPass says, I think the only saucer primary hull that can do warp drive is it's on its own as the Prometheus class. General Grievous. Yep, it was called Multi-Vector Assault Mode. Squadron Course. I designed a ship that has secondary nacelles on the saucer. Captain, have a Snickers. It's in a trinary system. Wicked. Can't wait to see it. I would love to read that script. I can send it to you, Matt. FleetPod, damn, that's a great donation. Thank you very much. Awesome donation. Hashtag video is great. I'd love to hear your thoughts when you are done. It's my dream to be a writer on a show someday. Well, from what I've seen so far, you definitely are well on your way. You're better than Picard and Discovery Season 1 writers. I can tell you that for damn sure. So... yeah, I've really enjoyed what I've read so far of yours, and I was reading it the other night while I was standing outside with the dogs, and my phone went off, and I had to check a message, and then I had to do another thing, and then I started talking to somebody, and it's like, oh, shit. And I just totally... I need to be focused on it. I can't be doing something else at the time, unfortunately. And usually that's when I check things. That's when I decide to do something. I'm like, ooh, what's this? So I really apologize. I will get into it. Don't worry. General Grievous, I would love a show focused on the Romulan Star Empire. The Klingons got a lot of airtime, but the Romulans always had more appeal to me. There is something to be said for aliens who take baths. Esoteric Videos, and sorry I didn't do Super Chat. I did PayPal because I know YouTube takes 10 times as much of a cut. Yeah, they take 30% off the top, but that being said, it also is, like I said, the daily pay billers, the daily bill payers at the end of the month, because the PayPal just sits in an account until we need it for a trip or equipment. So it's all good, but Captain Preston says, I love the Halo ship names. Ship name Moonlight SY3. See, I think that's stupid. I think that's a stupid name for a ship. Joseph, Earth still hasn't put a ship named Enterprise into space. What are we waiting for? For ring ship technology, so that we can be well on our way to Star Trek. We need to make sure things line up so that Star Trek actually becomes a real thing. That's what we're waiting for. That's why in Stargate, when they're trying to name the ship, the Daedalus, they're like, no, we cannot name it Enterprise. Why not? Because obviously we need the Enterprise, the Star Trek future to happen, which means we can't fuck it up by adding another ship to another Enterprise to the lineage of ships. Oh wait, they did that already with the fucking NX-01, which never existed because there were 5 starships to bear the name Enterprise. They said it many times. And then all of a sudden there's 6. That's a rant. That's a rant right there. Aesthetic Radios, yeah, if you want to read it, let me know. Are you on Discord? You guys figure that out. I'm not on Discord. I should do that sometime. Okay. I can always send it to him as well. Esoteric. So, Xantron 9000. Cap, did you ever get the chance to explore the D in VR back when Stage 9 was a thing? If you've been looking for anyone has done similar, somebody made a refit Connie for SketchUp, but it's not the same. I we know the Stage 9 guys pretty well. We actually they would send us like updates and stuff on that. I never tried it in VR though because I only have a VR set for the PlayStation, not the computers, so I've never tried it in VR. That being said, I would love to. They were doing a really great job with it, and screw CBS for nixing that. I really fucking hate that. That just is another piss me off moment. So, Fleet Paw Stewart, question one: do you remember the Pleiades class escort I did a while back? You can remember what we changed about it. What do you mean you did? I don't remember. I don't remember it. I don't remember. General Grievous, I would love to see your stuff, Esoteric. Let us know if you ever publish it. Squadron Course, I'm still pissed they killed off Stage 9 Enterprise DVR game. That makes two of us, my friend. That makes a lot more than two of us, I'm sure, but... Matt says, if you're watching and haven't had a chance to hit like yet, show your support for the captain and make it blue. Be true. Make it blue. Oh, no, make it blue. Because you like stew. That's me. Xantron 9000. I know a bit about copyright, so I understand why they did. Still sucks, but it is what it is. Wish things like Trek were open IPs. Yeah, I don't give a flying fuck about copyright and IP. Go fuck yourselves. Just, if somebody is a fan and making something great, embrace it, support them, fund them, get it out there, make yourself some fucking money in the process. Don't be an asshole and shut it down. Unless they're developing something very similar to what you're doing. If CBS released a VR interactive Enterprise D months or years after they shut down Stage 9, I'd be like, okay, maybe bring the Stage 9 guys over to develop something officially. Don't be a fucking asshole company and shut it down. That just fucking rubs me the wrong way. And I am so pissed about that. Copyright law can suck my cock. Seriously. Sorry. Just bullshit. Jaddock Productions. Still here, Cap. Just doing my washing. Sweet. T. Louise Allen. Shuttlecraft named Enterprise has certainly gone to space. No, the shuttle Enterprise never actually saw space. It was just a test bed for the. They took it up on a 747 and they let it loose, and it was the landing craft. It never actually went into space. How are you finding The Expanse? I'm not, because I haven't been watching it. I need to throw it back on, but I've been watching other things, and yeah, I'll get back to it. Don't worry. Fleet Pod says Enterprise never went to space. No, it didn't. It was just the test bed for the atmospheric landing part. General Grievous, even though it never went to space, the Space Shuttle Enterprise got its name from a write-in campaign by Star Trek fans. So that's a cool part of history. Yes. Love the music they had for Stage 9. It went, and TOS crew was there. It didn't go to space, but the TOS crew was there when they unveiled it. Yes. Peepa says, that's okay, I'll refresh your memory later. Squadron Course, what really hurts is that the last version they released didn't have VR support. It was coming in the next update, which we never got. You guys didn't get it, but maybe people that knew the development team did. Okay. Matt Borman. The thing I often find, the fans can get some stuff out there that's better than some of the pro game companies. Yeah, that being said, Star Trek Bridge Crew by Ubisoft is so well done. I mean, yes, there could be improvements. Yes, they could add more stuff. But when you look at the visuals, exterior and interior of the ships, they did a fantastic bang-up job. And the way that you can actually control the stations, I think Ubisoft did a great job with that. And now They don't have the Star Trek license anymore, so they won't be making any DLCs. They won't be making a Bridge Crew 2. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Esoteric Videos, thanks so much. Your honest feedback really does mean a huge amount to me. I'm glad it's better than Picard writing. Though a cat walking across the keyboard might be better than Picard. Yes, 1,000 chimpanzees on typewriters and on weed and Valium are probably better than the Picard writers. Matt Boardman, Stage 9 was far superior to Bridge Crew in terms of look. Yes. Zantron 9000, yeah, it was awesome. Agreed. T. Louise Allen, that's as much space as these damn millionaires have done. Curtis Simpkins, I am still here, Captain. I had a hold of my little dog, Sam. Your dog's name is Sam? That's funny. Squadron Course, CBS should set up a streaming service for Star Trek, then they could let people submit their fan films, and if approved, give a little ad revenue to creators. Yep. Ozzy and the Shuttle Enterprise even never fire their engines. No, they didn't even have all the components in them for the engines. So, Hezrez, it is who you know. Zantron 9000, that bridge game was awesome. Those late 90s, late 90s, early aughts, as they're called. The Trek games were great. I put so many hours into Starfleet Command. Oh, Starfleet Command. Please, for the love of God, redo Starfleet Command 1, 2, and 3, and Orion Pirates. Redo them, remaster them, release them all as one box set. Like I've said many times before, I would buy the hell out of that. I would buy 5 copies just to show you guys that people are interested. Because, hell yeah, those were fantastic games. So, yes. That sucks. No Bridge Crew 2. Well, it might be eventually, but not from Ubisoft, I don't think. Fleetpaw, oh, did Bezos finally go to space? LOL. Curtis, yes, sir, my dog name is Sam. LOL. Should just name him Commander. Jason Paris, I like your graphics on the monitor behind you. How did you do that? Well, I hacked into a Federation database once when a guy named Daniels came to my house. He said, don't reach into this little drawer here and activate anything. But anyway, I downloaded all those files, and that's what that is. No, it's just collected stuff over the years. There's screensavers, there's flash animations, and they've all been converted into video files, and then it's put on a playlist on my YouTube channel, and then I just play them, and yeah, that's how. Oh, I hit the... Did I fix it? I fixed it. It's okay. Danny B86. Hey Cap, watching Face of the Enemy. Cool. Squadron Chorus, did you ever play Starfleet Command with voice recognition? It was awesome. I never did that. Sounds awesome, but I never did it. Hezraz, I hate all those rich, greedy idiots. They have to copyright everything because they are so scared to lose sense. Yeah. Squadron Course, I would move my PC and office chair to the living room so I could play Starfleet Command on the home theater. I was like sitting on my own bridge. That's fucking cool, man. I love that game. I was waiting for someone to pin that. Pin what? Their greed blinds the many opportunities. Curtis says, I have a game called Star Trek, the Klingon Academy game. It was a fun game, Captain. Yes, I never actually played that one. I had Starfleet Academy. I had the Starfleet version of it. Never had the Klingon version, though. And I've since seen all the clips. You see General Chang, but when he doesn't have an eye patch, you see a lot of cool stuff in that game. But I prefer, like, being on a Federation ship to Klingons. So, Fleetpaw, I feel so left out. I never had a computing power nor the money to even play those games. You are missing out, and I'm sorry for your loss. Squadron Course, I saved a link to a new PC game voice controller. We'll see if it can get it working again. Cool. Oh, the sense and sense. Yeah, I was going to make a joke about it, but I didn't know how to quite word it, so I just moved on. So, but yes, Hezraz, I see what you're saying. Cat pattern earthquake. Not really. Esoteric videos. Do you think TNG is best first experience in mostly random order? Season 1 is rough and 7 gets a little silly, but is arguably more palatable when it is intermixed with drier earlier episodes. It's an interesting idea. I don't think it's necessary though. Like I said, we've gone back and watched season 1 to review it, and it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. I know there's a lot of better stuff that comes later, like season 3 and 4. Season 4 is pretty much a perfect season. Every episode is pretty much fantastic. There's maybe one or two that are kind of but there's no real bad ones. So yeah, it starts out a little slow. Middle is fantastic, and then it kind of drops off a little bit near the end. So would you be up for proofread? Squadron Course is asking Matt if he wants to be up, if he'd be up for proofreading when they finish the book. Oh my God, bleh. Hezraz, especially when it gives you the wrong spelling. Awkward moments. And yes, Stuart was going to ask you to, but you didn't. Just like Macworld Entertainment has an interview with Samuel, but not with Captain Foley. That's fine. That's cool. Whatever. I'm just kidding. I usually don't have time to do shit anyway, but proofreading is one of those things that needs a little bit of time. I just don't have time to read in general, so that's one of the reasons I haven't read Esoteric script either. And when I do have time to read, it's very short and truncated, and I just don't have time to read a lot. So it's one of those things. But I am a grammar Nazi. To the best of my ability, I'm not a perfect with grammar at all. I used to be really bad with grammar up until after high school. So, but I figured it out eventually. So, you guys are all just talking about stuff. Oh, I forgot to turn on my chair, my captain's chair. There. It's not a very good sound effect, actually. All right. That's a better one. Does no one hear that? The phone is ringing. Would somebody please answer the goddamn phone? For the love of God. Somebody hit the button. Do I have to do it myself? Just send it to voicemail. And now we got a red alert. Red alert. Doot, doot. Have it on very quietly. There you go. See, that's Captain Foley stand-up. Pretty good, eh? Not really. We've corrected buttered to bitch goblet for me the other day. I've never lived it down. Hezraz, yep, LOL, especially when it gives you the wrong spelling. Yeah. Alien club music, Dancing with the Enterprise, Esoteric videos. Don't get me wrong, I love TNG, but I do think syndication randomizing order might help TNG some. For some people, maybe. Yes. Squadron Course. The 60s computer sound comes from relay computers like the Facom 128B. Hezra says, I once sent a kiss emoji to my boss when I had first met him, and that I had meant to send to my sister. I had met him like a week earlier. LOL. Did you get a raise, a promotion, an invitation to his house? Joseph, oh, it's supposed to be the background noise of the Enterprise. Not bad, actually. Fleetpaw, uh-oh, God-hated Ransom is trying to eat the Enterprise. Yes, it's Trekyards again. Nobody's home. Feed me, Seymour. Howdy. Sorry I'm late. You are very tardy, my friend. Squadron Course, I guess in the 60s, they didn't realize we would have IC chips that are silent. Curtis says, all you want. I did. The sounds woke her up for sure. She's since moved. Maybe won't snore as loudly now. Hezraz, unfortunately I didn't, but he was a good boss. Well, yeah, because he thinks you love him, so he's like, if I fire this guy, I can't fucking fire him, because if I fire him, he's going to call, he's going to say it's because, I'm homophobic or something, and or he's just like, this guy really likes me. I'm going to give him the good jobs. I'm not going to be hard on him. But that guy over there, he's an asshole. So, in closing here, I guess, like I said, I was invited to Fan Expo to do a panel in October 20th to the 22nd, I believe. So I might be in Fan Expo in Toronto if you guys are going. I don't know. I haven't messaged them back to find out exactly what's all involved with that. They were asking if I want to do a panel or multiple panels on any topic I choose. And I'm like, well, shit, son. In that case, STDs and Star Trek. No, I mean STIs, sexual transmitted infections. Anyway, so I don't know. That might be a thing that I do in October. Yeah, Sylvia's kind of got it in her head that she wants to go to London, England in November for that Trek convention. She wants to come with me. She wants me to go, and she wants me to come with me, so she's planning it all out. And it's like, I don't know about that. And then, of course, April, there is the Creation Convention in Chicago, which I definitely will be going to, assuming the border's open and there's no problems with outbreaks or lockdowns or fuck off COVID. Like, seriously, just done. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys ever go to Fan Expo in Toronto or you're thinking about going this year, chances are I might be there. I might have a booth. I don't know if I want a booth necessarily. It's just going to be me. It's not going to be me and Samuel, because Samuel will, of course, be in the UK. But if we do a panel together, he will Skype in and we'll do a live Trekyards episode kind of thing, which is what we've done a few times for conventions. So there's that. It was a nice invitation to get for sure. But then my nerves, I get so nervous about shit like that. So. And Donnie's here. Because everybody's saying hi to Donnie. All right, let's feed me Seymour saying. Been looking at the U.S. Enterprise, the original. The more I look at it, it's very in keeping with the 60s era of tech, but mirrors the space program. The problem is that the ships don't match the era. Yes. Fleetpaw, wait, if the Admiral goes to London, UK without you, who watches the doggos? Who will feed Precious and Dr. Dot? Who will snack? Who will smack the kid around when he's too loud? Well, the kid can watch the dogs, and the kid's going to be 17 in November, for Christ's sake, so. Anywho, so we can do that. or Sylvia's mom will come over and just basically house sit for us. Um, don't worry, the dogs will be fine. That being said, I'm going to miss them, so. Phoebe Seymour says, I'm thinking of going to the London Trek event. If you go, I'll say hello. You should. Aesthetic videos, the kid watches the dog, but who watches the dog watcher? Good question. Like I said, Sylvia's mom. She would swing by. Sylvia's sisters could swing by. I mean, a lot of people would be able to keep an eye on things. The dogs are important. The kid, not so much. It's true. I think the dogs would take care of the kid probably better than he could take care of them. But, oh my god, it's the Mirror Universe. Wait a minute, that's... Am I in trouble now? Oh, long live the Terran Empire. Let's see. So yeah, 2 more likes to get to 100 likes, guys. 2 more likes to 100. That'd be awesome to get 100 likes. Super chats. Super chats. Samuel did 4 times as much in super chats. So again, I get it. I can take a hint. You'd rather watch Samuel than me. It's fine. That's good. I get it. That being said, got some videos to film this week. This finally came in. This is my Mandalorian. I know it's kind of old news, but it's Mandalorian action figure with a shit ton of accessories. This I pre-ordered like after season 1, like almost 2 years ago. Finally came. So I've got that to do a video on. A whole bunch of other stuff. There's going to be stuff exclusive to the Captain Foley personal channel video-wise coming out very soon. And this Thursday, keep your eye out for 2 videos. One's an Eagle Moss review and the other is not. And the other one that's not might be interesting to some people. So, I think Foley is from the Mirror Universe. He has the beard. Curtis, take the pug and dot with you, Captain. I would love to. Feed me Seymour. I didn't watch Samuel. 100% Foley fan. Aw, thank you. Fleet Pass, see, I'm oil. I didn't give Sam any money today. I gave you money, though. Dun, dun, dun. Curtis, to let you know, Captain, I didn't watch Samuel. Everybody's like, fuck Samuel. Feed me Seymour, but also unemployed, so can't super chat. But when I get a job, I'll join. No worries, man. Don't worry about it. I'm just busting your chops. Fleet Paw, Sam can't give me a raise. That's true. He is not as sexy as I am. Squadra Course, $2. Last. Now show Stuart some love and snipe me. Ooh. Squadra Course is on course for being the last. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's not. Captain Preston M, $10. The commander was changing uniforms like we were prodding him with a stick, yelling, "Dance, monkey." I mean, I do that with drinks, I guess. Not drinking tonight, though, obviously, but give me $50. Everybody give me $50, I'll change my uniform. Actually, I got a really great new Star Trek uniform, but I don't want to display it, like, debut it on here. I want it to be in a fan film that I'm going to be in. That's all I'll say. It's in a fantastic era, too, for uniforms. So, yeah. Anyhow. Fleet Paw puts in $2. Was that the kid saying, "Oh my God, beat him"? Yeah, he's starting to get a little bit loud with his friends again. So, Squadra Course, I think you should save it for fan film reveal. Feed me Seymour. Foley equals bridge crew, rants, trivia, and a love of 80s cartoons. Why, Foley is awesome. Well, there's a lot more to me than that. But thank you. Appreciate it, guys. I should probably wrap it up. Let's see. It's 11:42. It's not bad. I don't know. It's just this feels like it's run its course. The chat just gone from to like. Let's get a couple more likes, guys. We're at 99 on my end. Somebody just said we hit 100, but yeah. Can't forget Epic Kid Beatdowns. The Noodle Channel. So Noodle Channel is Gavin Vale Smith. I'm creating a new channel. Anyways, lockdown rant. But yeah, you're awesome. Just got notifications you're rapping. Oh, shit, man. Well, good to see you, Gavin Vale Smith. The Noodle Channel. Hey, that's an interesting name for a channel. Jada Productions. Love you, Cap. Keep on trekking. Thank you. Feed me Seymour. I should have been on earlier. You should have been. You missed a good one. They're always good. I love hanging out with you guys. We came up with some great topics. If you're a fan of Sherlock Holmes, we had a big Sherlock Holmes thing about different Sherlock Holmes actors and how Robert Downey Jr. is the worst Sherlock Holmes actor in the history of Sherlock Holmes actors. This plays kind of an asshole. Doesn't play a Sherlock very well. Does using slush dilithium as fuel cause problems for the deuterium articulation frame in the warp core? Okay, I'm gonna fucking beat you with a dilithium crystal mallet to the face. As soon as I read slush dilithium, I just wanted to kill you because... And then I read deuterium, and I'm like, okay, so they obviously know that there's deuterium and dilithium. Good night, all. It is pumpkin time for this old dog. Now, pumpkin time, like... I'm not even going to go there. Curtis, night captain, at the end... My end, you have 103 likes, sir. I have 103 now as well, so that's awesome. That's awesome, guys. It's not bad. Esoteric Videos, what are your thoughts on the final season of BBC's Sherlock? I don't think I've seen it. Is it out yet? I mean, I've turned into a fucking skeleton waiting for their next... I don't know. I don't have any thoughts because I don't think I've seen it. Feed me Seymour. Sherlock equals Basil Rathbone. No. 9. We had this discussion earlier. His audio dramas, his radio shows with Nigel Bruce were pretty fucking fantastic. Then he got into stupid movies about Sherlock Holmes in World War II, Sherlock Holmes and the Secret Weapon, Sherlock Holmes in Washington, this shit. And he loved playing the character at first, but at the end, he said the same. His quote was, the only mystery I couldn't solve was the same one Conan Doyle had, and that was how to be rid of the man. Because he absolutely despised Sherlock Holmes by the end of his career, which I have no respect for that at all. Yeah, and Doyle had the same problem. That's why he killed Holmes, but financially had to bring him back. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But no, Basil Rathbone is, just stop. Jeremy Brett, Sherlock Holmes, Jeremy Brett. Jeremy Brett is the definitive Sherlock Holmes. Done. Fleetpod, great. Now you've done it, Squadron course. Kevin Scott, JP just launched his Orville as the A-Team video. Cool. Chef Cook, hi Captain, I have a question for you. If all the captains went to military war college together and which get a degree in military science, which captain will get that degree first? The one that graduated first. I don't know. Squadron course, you said we could talk about anything. We can, absolutely. It's not stupidity. Feed me Seymour, also Jeremy Brett. No, there's not also Jeremy Brett. It's Jeremy Brett's the definitive Sherlock Holmes. Basil Rathbone is the Sherlock Holmes that Sherlock Holmes fans, or people that aren't Sherlock Holmes fans, think is Sherlock Holmes. That's what it is. The Noodle Channel in Star Trek uniforms. Esoteric Videos. Okay, good night. Good night, Esoteric. I will check out your script. Do not worry. The Multi-Gunman. All right. What is the HE double hockey six is going on around here? Hi, Captain Foley. How's it going? It's going well, Multi-Gunman. I'm just wrapping it up, though. Esoteric Videos. Thanks for hanging out. Keep being awesome. Fleet Pass back. What series Apple Watch do you have, Cap? Series 6? I've had this one for a while. It's not the newest one for sure, but it's actually a few years old, so. Feed Me Seymour, quite like Johnny Lee Miller as an American Sherlock, not bad, but different. We talked about that too. I think Johnny Lee Miller makes a fantastic Sherlock Holmes, but I want to see him as a fucking in the Victorian area where Sherlock Holmes belongs. Even Benedict Cumberbatch is a good Sherlock Holmes, and his best representation of that was The Vanishing Bride, or whatever the hell the episode was where he was in Victorian London. That was fantastic. Sherlock Holmes belongs in Victorian London. Do not modernize him. Just don't. But yes, Johnny Lee Miller makes a great Holmes. Does its ship's registry number mean that is older in which it was made? 1701 being the 701st ship ever made in the fleet? No. There's lots of different theories on that. 17 is just the heavy cruiser classification, and then 00, the Constitution, is the first one. 01 is the Enterprise, its sister ship, and so on. But then you get ships like the Defiant in TOS. The Defiant TOS, which was a Constitution class ship but had an NCC 1071 or 1017 registry number, just because. So there's little hiccups in that, but no, each class of ship had its own designation. Like Saladin class, which was a single nacelled scout ship, had the Saladin itself for the class ship was the NCC 500. So all the scout ship classes had a 5, and then 01, 02, whatever. Different class ships other than that would have different numbers. So lots of different theories on how registry numbers work and why. It's been a lot of shit over the years with that, so. Avenue Pad, hey, with my new earbuds, I can do dishes and other chores. What was in Trekyards? It was worth it, lol. It's awesome. I just got some AirPod Pros from Sylvia for my birthday, and they're fantastic. I love them. Eric Martin, $20. Trying to narrow the chat total with Sam. Thank you. That was actually a good little boost right there. So, the Noodle Channel, what does NCC stand for? Well, there's two thoughts on that. One's Naval Construction Contract, which is kind of stupid. The other one that I like is Navigational Contact Code. So, the Navigational Contact Code of the Enterprise is 1701. If you want to find out where it is navigationally wise, 1701 is the code you use. So Navigational Contact Code is the one I really like, but a lot of people think Naval Construction Contract, which makes sense because it's kind of like set up like the U.S. military. So, yeah. Avenue Pad, I'd say Kirk. Movie People, yes, Jeremy Brett, and the movie people would know because the movie people. Fleet Pass Swiftback, Eric Market, thank you for generosity. We must beat Samuel with a shotgun over the head. Squadron Course Naval Construction Contract. Not really, not necessarily. I still like Navigational Contact Code better. Avenue Pad, I mean, Kirk would get the military science degree first. He's just an academic, and it's been established that he was quite the student. He was a walking stack of books. Squadron Course, there are several instances of class leading ships ending in 0, yes. And thank you, yes, no problem. Constellation was 1017, Defiant was 1746. Sorry, yeah, Constellation. God damn it, sorry. Yes, you're absolutely right. Thank you, Fleet Pa. Eric Martin, did Nick Meyer do Q Holmes movie, The 7% Solution? Yes, Nicholas Meyer also did the 7% Solution movie, yes. So Nicholas Meyer's directed Star Trek 2 and a Sherlock Holmes movie, 7% Solution, which is an odd movie, but really good. Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Sigmund Freud. It's a weird movie. It's a better book, but yeah, he did. Harold Chase says, evening. Good evening. The Noodle Channel. Is there a canon explanation of NCC? No. Squadron Course. I like the Navigational Contact Code. Haven't heard that one. Fleet Pot. Not really. Noodle. Yes, Noodle Channel. So who changes the external light bulbs on the ship? The big green hand, Apollo. They call him in. Apollo. Roar. Matt Boardman. I got to meet Nicholas Meyer in person back in 2002 and had a really rather funny encounter with him. Did you cross swords with him? Broken speaker. I'm here. What did I miss? You missed everything. Harold Chase. Yesterday's Enterprise. Tasha says something once, and the Enterprise C comes out of the void. Says something once the Enterprise C comes out of the void. T. Louise Island, I thought it was an identifier. Other species know it was a specific ship by its NCC. Well, it is. It's basically a serial number, but the NCC, a lot of people think it stands for something. Navigational Contact Code is one that I really like. A lot of people do say Naval Construction Contract, and that's fine, but there's never really a solid answer. Fleet Boss Swiftback, the lowest red shirt on the totem pole. Broken speaker. Damn, I missed it all again. You did. It's a good one. I would suggest going back and rewatching it. It's kind of entertaining. I like to think I'm entertaining. Maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Avenue Pad. Time After Time is another cool movie by Manor. Yeah, it's a Jack the Ripper movie. So, I mean, Nicholas Meyer and I would get along fine. He's a Holmes fan. He's a Jack the Ripper fan. He's a Star Trek. You know, it's good. Zachary Gibbons, you watched the finale of Superman and Lois at all? It was good. I didn't, no. Matt Boardman, ha ha ha. Well, I had won tickets to watch the director's edition of The Wrath of Khan at the theater on Paramount Lot through StarTrek.com. That is cool, Matt. That is cool. Also in attendance of said viewing was Ricardo Montalban and George Takei. Oh my. The Noodle Channel. See, you were rapping 10 minutes ago, yet you're still responding. That's why I subscribe. I like the most, and like most YouTubers log off. Yeah, well, I mean, hey. Like I said, I was thinking of going because the chat was doing. But then I get more questions, and I'm like, go. Matt Boardman, George and Brad sat right in front of me during the movie. Did you like shoot spitballs at them? I would have. But yeah, so Zachary says, "Hey, I thought you were going to wear a uniform tonight." No, that's not what was said. That's what Samuel said I should do. Since when do I listen to the commander? And I am kind of wearing a uniform because every now and then people say something stupid, stupid, and I get red alerts. This really, I got to make a alert condition rant for my rant alerts. That being said, I need to make more rant alerts. So it's kind of like a uniform. Travis, John, Richard, Captain, get on bridge crew. Let's battle. I don't feel like doing bridge crew tonight, man. Matt says, I thought about it for a while there. Fleet Pot, you sounded like an Excelsior when she broke down in the search for Spock. Jeddick Productions, I was wondering if Canada has put the kibosh on airsoft. Yeah, Bill C-21 or C-20, I don't fucking care. Yeah, they kind of did. Squadron Course, Khan really is one of the all-time great villains of any franchise. Matt Boardman, so afterwards I saw Nick walking out with some people and decided to be bold and ask him to sign the Star Trek magazine that they handed out to us. Oh, listen to you. You go, girl. Jeddick Productions, I have a rant alert idea. People that say dilithium is a fuel source for ships in Star Trek. That's definitely one of the things, yes. Zachary Gibbons, like that shirt, I will take it. $50 and I'll take it off and mail it to you. There you go. Matt Boardman, he agreed, and while he was signing it, I told him that the Wrath of Khan one was my favorite movie since I was a kid. He stopped a moment and thought about it and then laughed. And Zachary, no, I don't mean that. Don't send me $50. Squadron Course, I have no idea what you're talking about. Who would be that silly? Travis John Richard, what's Trekyards' future plans? Have you reached out to the Discovery shipmakers? We've already talked with Ryan Denning, who designed a bunch of the ships for season 2. We got a lot of plans. Don't worry. Also, we've been in talks with one of the guys that does graphics and designing L-cars for Picard. We've done an interview with him, which hasn't been released, for season 1 of Picard. Yeah, there's stuff. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry your pretty little heads. Matt Boardman, he said it's one of my favorite movies when I was a kid too. Richard says, who would win in a fight, Chewbacca or Primal Worf from the episode Genesis? Primal Worf. Matt Boardman, which made everyone there laugh. Jedi Productions. Okay, an idea for you to get more cash from us. Threaten to do a strip tease if they don't pay. There you go. Mark Lawrence is here. Just ended a 48-hour fast. Ate a little and dozed off for a bit. Missed a big old chunk of this live. Yes, you did, sir. Because it's time to wrap it up. We're at the 2 hour mark. I'm going to call it there, I think. My ass is getting sore. My sciatica is kicking in. So that's not good. And I just need to go take a pill for my back and ass. Yeah, I know. Pug. I know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you missed it, I'm sorry. You should check it out. Fuck YouTube and its notification system. Squadron Course got the last super chat slot anyway. So, but yeah, sorry you missed it if you didn't get notified because YouTube's a bunch of dumbasses. So, General Grievous now sniping in with $1. Here we go with the General Grievous thing. Rolling. My ass is really swollen. Eric Martin, Cap is much easier to sleep on the couch listening to you versus Sam. That's good to know, Eric. Speaking of Eric, we need to hang out and have some lunch again sometime soon. I think it'll be awesome. Captain Preston puts in $1, so thank you so much. He's got the last super chat slot now, so he's sniping in there. General Gruber says, bye all. T. Louise Allen says, good night, Captain. Thank you, Captain. Be seeing you and everyone else again tomorrow, hopefully. Yes, we're doing a live at 5, don't worry. And General Grievous, haha. Night Stewart, love you, Cap. Take care. All right, you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So.